The much anticipated UK 2025 budget was unveiled on Wednesday, 26th of November. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Nick Pascoe, Senior Partner at Blevins Franks. There were no major announcements this year, but a number of smaller tax measures rolled out over the course of this Parliament will significantly increase tax revenue for the government and increase the tax burden on UK taxpayers. The overall focus of the budget was easing the cost of living pressures whilst funding higher spending. It was also a budget of what did not happen. There was no change to capital gains tax or inheritance tax, no exit tax, and no raid on pension tax-free cash. However, with frozen income tax thresholds until 2031, this means more people will pay higher rates of tax over the coming years. This is a stealth tax approach rather than headline-grabbing rate hikes. The Chancellor maintained the current income tax rates and personal allowances, but instead has extended the freeze on income tax thresholds until 2030-31 tax year. The personal allowance remains at £12,570 until April 2031, and the higher rate and additional rate thresholds at £50,270 and £125,140 respectively. The Institute for Fiscal Studies calculates that this move will generate an additional £12.7 billion per year in tax revenue in 2030. The freeze started in 2022 and can now create 5.2 million new taxpayers and increase the number of higher rate taxpayers by 4.8 million. Besides income tax on employment, pensions, etc., the freeze will also impact on capital gains and tax on savings income. From 2026, dividend tax rates go up by 2 percentage points, and savings income follows in 2027. So if you rely on dividends or interest, your tax bill will increase. This will hurt savers, investors in shares, as well as company shareholders who take some of their earnings in dividends. The ISA allowance remains at £20,000, but from 2027, those aged under 65 can only contribute up to £12,000 for the cash part. Anything over this must be invested in stocks and shares. A new mansion tax starts in 2028 for homes worth over £2 million. So for property worth between £2 and £2.5 million, these will face a £2,500 annual surcharge, and this rises to £7,500 for higher value property. The tax will also be applied to updated 2026 property values. Plus, rental income tax rates will rise by 2 percentage points from 27. Combined with previous reforms, UK buy-to-let has become much less attractive, especially for those who intend to live in Europe long term. So if you keep UK property as an investment, it may be time to rethink this strategy. There were no significant changes to pensions and inheritance tax. One small but important inheritance tax announcement is that thresholds will be frozen for another year, up to 2031. This will increase inheritance tax bills as asset values rise, but the nil rate bands remain at old levels. While it's good news that there are no new major reforms here, we can't forget last year's announcement that pension funds will fall within the scope of inheritance tax from April 2027. This unpopular reform will go ahead, and if any British expatriates living in Europe want to explore options to protect their heirs, they need to start very soon, as pension paperwork takes many months. What to do now? Plan early. Review your assets, property, pensions and investments, and to consider how the UK's 2024 and 25 tax reforms impact you and your family. If you live in Spain, Portugal, France, Cyprus or Malta and intend to stay there, or if you keep some assets in the UK, explore how moving assets or restructuring could reduce your tax exposure. There may be opportunities to make significant savings. But everyone's situation is different, so personalised advice is key, and it needs to take both the tax rules of the UK and the country you're living in into account. Get in touch with your local Blevins Franks office or contact us via blevinsfranks.com and speak to one of our advisors. We'll be happy to talk to you through the reforms and what solutions are available to you. Follow us for more updates on the 25 budget.